You ever look in the mirror and wonder, do I still have it? Maybe you think your best years are behind you, or maybe you've convinced yourself that you're just an average guy now. Nothing special. Well, let me tell you something. You might be a lot more attractive than you realize. And not just in looks, but in presence, confidence, and the way people respond to you. A lot of men think that aging makes them invisible, but that's not true. In fact, if you embrace the right mindset, you actually become more attractive as you get older. And no, I'm not just talking about looking like George Clooney or some Hollywood star. This isn't about having a perfect jawline or six-pack, abs. This is about something deeper, something that radiates from within you and draws people in. And that's where Stoicism comes in. Now, before you think, oh great, another philosophy lecture, hear me out. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless or cold. It's about control, wisdom, and quiet strength. And let me tell you, that is one of the most attractive things a man can have. So today, we're going to talk about the signs that you are an attractive older man, even if you don't think you are. And by the end of this video, you might start seeing yourself in a whole new light. Let's start with something that most people don't realize. Attractiveness is way more than just looks. Have you ever noticed how some guys, even if they aren't conventionally good-looking, still have this undeniable pull? People respect them, women admire them, and they don't even have to try. That's because true attractiveness comes from how you carry yourself. It's in your energy, your confidence, your presence. It's in the way you enter a room and how people feel around you. And as an older man, you have something that younger guys just don't. Experience, wisdom, and a certain calmness that can't be faked. You see, a younger guy might have youthful looks, but what he often lacks is certainty. He's still figuring himself out. He's still trying to prove something. But you've been through things. You've faced challenges, failures, and victories. And that gives you an edge, one that many people find incredibly attractive. Now, let's talk about one of the most important qualities of an attractive older man: composure. A Stoic man doesn't react emotionally to every little thing. He doesn't get rattled by drama, and he doesn't let other people dictate his mood. And let me tell you, that is rare. In a world where everyone is constantly reacting, getting offended, and chasing validation, a man who remains calm and steady, that's magnetic. That's the kind of presence that makes people feel safe around you. It makes women feel drawn to you, and men respect you. Think about it. When something goes wrong, do you lose your temper? Do you let your emotions control you? Or do you take a breath, assess the situation, and handle it with quiet confidence? Because if you do the latter, you're already ahead of most men out there. And guess what? That level of composure isn't just something that makes you look good. It actually makes you feel good. Because when you control your emotions, you control your life. Let's talk about something else that sets an attractive older man apart: his sense of purpose. Have you ever noticed that men who have a mission, who have something they're passionate about, have a different energy? A man who knows what he wants, who has direction, who wakes up every morning with something to do, that is an attractive man. Because here's the truth. When you focus on yourself, on your growth, on your goals, people feel that energy. They sense that you're a man of value. And this doesn't mean you have to be running $1 billion business or saving the world. It could be as simple as having hobbies you love, taking care of your health, or constantly learning new things. The key is to have momentum. Because a man who is constantly evolving, constantly striving to be better, that's a man people want to be around. That's a man who attracts respect, admiration, and yes, romantic interest. Now, let's get into something that most men completely overlook: your voice and the way you speak. Do you speak with confidence? Do you take your time, or do you rush your words? Because let me tell you, Nothing is more powerful than a man who speaks deliberately. When you slow down, when you own your words, when you don't feel the need to fill every silence, you automatically become more attractive. Think about the most charismatic men in history. They weren't the ones who talked the most. They were the ones who spoke with intention. So if you want to instantly appear more attractive, practice slowing down. Speak with purpose. Don't just talk. Command attention. Now I want to leave you with this thought. Attractiveness is not about trying to impress people. It's not about chasing validation. It's about knowing who you are, embracing it fully, and moving through life with confidence. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need to prove anything. You are an attractive man when you own your presence, when you stay composed, when you pursue your passions, and when you carry yourself like a man who knows his worth. And if you do that, trust me, you'll start noticing the way people react to you differently. You'll start feeling a shift in how you see yourself. Because the truth is, you've got something that younger guys just don't. A quiet power that only comes with time, experience, and self-mastery. So start owning it. You ever notice how some men just have that thing? That presence, that quiet confidence. They walk into a room and people take notice. Not because they're loud, not because they're trying to impress anyone, but because something about them just commands respect. Here's the thing. Most of these men aren't 22-year-old models with chiseled abs and a Hollywood smile. No, most of these men have something that only comes with time, experience, and a certain way of carrying themselves. And that's what we're talking about today. How you, as an older man, might be far more attractive than you realize. Even if you think you aren't. Because let me tell you, real attraction isn't just about looks. It's about energy. It's about how you make people feel when they're around you. And if you understand what makes a man truly attractive, you can walk into any room, any situation, and command attention without even trying. And one of the most powerful tools you can use? Stoicism. Before you think, oh, great, another, talk about philosophy. Let me tell you something. Stoicism isn't about being cold or emotionless. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's about mastering yourself, your mind, your emotions. And once you do that, you move differently. You talk differently. People respect you differently. And that is the foundation of real attractiveness. So today, we're going deep. I'm going to break down the signs that you are an attractive older man, even if you don't think you are. And I guarantee, by the end of this video, you're going to start seeing yourself differently. Let's start with something simple. Have you ever had a moment where people just seem to respect you more than they did when you were younger? Maybe it's the way they listen when you speak. Maybe it's the way younger guys ask for your advice, or the way women look at you with a different kind of interest. That's because presence is something that develops with time. When you're younger, you tend to be in your head a lot. You overthink, you second-guess yourself, you worry about what people think of you. But as you get older, if you've done the inner work, something changes. You stop caring about the little things. You move with a sense of certainty. And that certainty, it's rare. Women, especially, pick up on this immediately. They can sense when a man is grounded, when he's not easily shaken, when he doesn't need validation from anyone. And trust me, that is more attractive than a six-pack ever will be. Let's talk about something that separates attractive older men from guys who just kind of fade into the background. Composure. We live in a world where most people react emotionally to everything. Someone cuts them off in traffic, they explode. Someone says something they don't like, they get defensive. They need everyone to know they're right. But a stoic man, a truly attractive man, he stays calm, collected. He chooses his battles wisely. Think about it. Who do you respect more? The guy who loses his temper over a small inconvenience, or the man who takes a deep breath, handles the situation, and moves on without wasting energy. Exactly. Women especially notice this. A man who can stay composed under pressure, who doesn't let the little things shake him, is incredibly attractive, because it signals strength. Not just physical strength, but emotional strength. And that kind of strength makes people feel safe around you. Here's something most guys completely overlook: your voice. Have you ever noticed how some men just sound more confident? It's not because they're louder. It's because they take their time. They don't rush their words. They speak with purpose. One of the fastest ways to appear more attractive right now is to slow down when you speak. Don't fill every silence with nervous chatter. Don't mumble. Own your words. When you do that, people listen. Think about the most charismatic men in history. They weren't the ones who talked the most. They were the ones who made every word count. And when you start speaking like that, people will start treating you differently. Now I want to talk about something that's rare these days: self-discipline. Most people these days are addicted to comfort. They take the easy way out. They avoid hard things, and that shows up in their bodies, their mindset, and their confidence. But an attractive older man, he takes care of himself. He stays sharp, physically, mentally, emotionally. He challenges himself. You don't need to look like a bodybuilder, but when you take care of your body, when you move with strength and purpose, people notice. And here's the real secret. When you have discipline, you radiate confidence, because deep down, you know you're in control of yourself. And that energy? It's powerful. Here's the truth. Attractiveness isn't about trying to impress people. It's not about chasing validation. It's about knowing who you are, embracing it fully, and moving through life with confidence. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need to prove anything. You are an attractive man when you own your presence, when you stay composed, when you pursue your passions, and when you carry yourself like a man who knows his worth. And when you do that, everything changes. The way people look at you, the way they treat you, the way you feel about yourself. So if you've been doubting yourself, stop. You've got something that younger guys don't: experience, wisdom, and a quiet power that only comes with time. And that's priceless. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. And if you want more content like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. You'd be surprised how much just a small mindset shift can change your entire presence. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.